Good. You're finally here. Let me grant you your official welcome to the Chaos Insurgency. You can call me Operative Graves. I'm the department head of anomalous counterintelligence at this base. To keep it brief, I keep tabs on those Foundation dogs, and I gather any information useful to us on any anomalies or containment activities. Recently, we came into the proverbial jackpot. With clearance and support from Delta Command, and the use of our organization's own anomalous means, we required a digital reliquary of information on the Foundation and the anomalies that they have contained, or have information on, from right under their noses. You, as one of our esteemed researchers, will be working under my department. We will pour through this list of anomalies. There's thousands here, so we have our work cut out for us. It should go without saying this information is immensely valuable to our efforts, and the Foundation cannot find out what we have access to. Secrecy is paramount. The last thing we need is the Foundation sniffing around. But I think you already know that. With this information, we have a real chance at toppling the Foundation and shattering the veil of normalcy. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Take a seat. We're beginning today. Let me log us into the archive. Alright, let's start with this one. Item number SCP-884. Object class Euclid, formerly safe. Special containment procedures. SCP-8844 is to be stored in Locker 147 at Site. SCP-8844 may be requisitioned for research with approval of either Dr. Cho or Dr. Ignat. The last portion has been stricken from the document. Due to the events of January 11th, 20, all access to SCP-8844 is currently denied, and all requests to examine or to test SCP-8844 are to be submitted directly to O5 for approval. SCP-8844 is to be placed in deep storage at Site. Description: SCP-8844 is a men's shaving mirror made of glass and ivory, presumably constructed at some point around 1914. It is the last remaining object in what was originally a set of men's grooming tools. The others have been lost to testing and theft early this century. Other notable examples include SCP-8842, alias the Razor, which was stolen by us, the Chaos Insurgency, during our split with the Foundation, and SCP-8846, alias the Comb, which was neutralized following the incident SCP-8846-4172. For additional information on the remaining objects classified as SCP-884, please see SCP-884 Original Collection. SCP-8844 possesses a mild hallucinogenic quality. Subjects who have used it while shaving reported an inability to perceive the removal of hair, causing repeated attempts to shave areas of the face that in reality have already been shaved. This usually results in irritation, and has in one instance contributed to the accidental severing of the carotid artery. Other than this, no significant events have been recognized as of December 12, 19. SCP-8844 is remanded to Storage Locker 147 at Site. This last part has been stricken from the document. See Addendum 8844-9 and Addendum 8844-10. Addendum 1, SCP-8844. At the insistence of Insurgency Defector A, one of the three operatives to openly approach the Foundation with information about the Insurgency and request the opportunity to rejoin. Foundation officials have ordered SCP-8844 containment staff to move the object to a safer location at Site. Addendum 2, SCP-8844-11. SCP-884-4. February 19, Incident Report SCP-884-4. Following the deaths of Agent Norris and Dr. Ignat on October 14, 19, at the hands of Chaos Insurgency personnel, Insurgency Defector A is to be terminated. SCP-8844 reclassified as lost. Addendum 3, SCP-8844. April 11th, 1950. Recovery Report SCP-8844. Successful raids on suspected insurgency locations resulted in the recovery of SCP-8844, SCP, and no fewer than anomalous objects. SCP-8844 was discovered in an insurgency lab, with several extensive experiments set up, including, and Agent Jones and Corporal Blake are credited with the recovery of SCP-8844 at great personal peril. Both have been awarded for their actions, as well as 1 week paid leave. Dr. Cho has been provided with a lab and staff to reconstruct insurgency research. Addendum 4, SCP-8844. Extensive testing has concluded that the insurgency's testing was without purpose. SCP-8844 is remanded to storage at site. For a full report of testing and trials, please see attached document SCP-8844. Addendum 5, SCP-8844. October 2nd, 19, concerning Insurgency Action 327. The Chaos Insurgency staged an attack on site, losing approximately of their number. The only target of the attack, circumstantial evidence, has led officials to conclude was SCP-8844's containment locker. By order of O5, testing on SCP-8844 has been slated to resume. Addendum 6, SCP-8844. Due to Dr. Cho's drowning death in 19, Dr. Rasmussen has been asked to head research on SCP-8844. Researchers will be asked to report to duty on January 11th, 19. Addendum 7, SCP-8844. The following is a report by Dr. Rasmussen from January 19. After 2 years, continual tests have repeatedly shown no additional abnormalities in SCP-8844. Due to the persistence of the threat by the insurgency, it is recommended that the extreme care be taken in protecting SCP-8844, and agents be assigned to uncover the information the insurgency apparently has concerning SCP-8844. Addendum 8, SCP-8844. Field transmission of Agent 20. Upon receiving final communique of Agent. Following the deep cover placement and reception of Agent, significant information concerning SCP-8844 has come to light, most having originally been removed from Foundation files before the split with the insurgency by members of the faction, particularly the head researcher, Dr. SCP-8844 must be placed in secure lockdown, and all Foundation employees who have come into contact with it must report to Dr. for immediate examination. Final report will be submitted to O5 via personal courier within 24 hours. Addendum 9, SCP-8844. SCP-8844 is to be placed in deep storage at site. No further contact is to be allowed with SCP-8844. SCP-8844 is now reclassified as Euclid until final prognosis is made by Agent and Dr. Signed, O5-2. Addendum 10, SCP-8844. Final report of Agent. Having now worked on this case for close to 8 years, it is with some pleasure that I close it. SCP-8844 has been a continual mystery in containment circles, with the interest of the insurgency, including the sacrifice of no fewer than 20 of their numbers, in acquiring the object leading to much interest. It was only after the Foundation's own agents were successful in discovering the motives of the insurgency that the truth has come to light. Even then, the full ramifications may never be discovered. In addition to its vaguely unsettling effect, SCP-8844 had a longer-term symptom that was not discovered during testing due to the regular terminations of Class D subjects. Between 4 to 7 years after exposure, victims of SCP-8844 begin to experience what Dr. has called doubt. Symptoms begin subtly, generally notable only as the checking and rechecking of reports and results, making sure doors are locked, etc. The early onset is almost indistinguishable from mild obsessive-compulsive disorder. Later symptoms develop over the following 2 to 6 years. resulting in an increasing disability to create final reports, struggle to make simple choices, and, eventually, a complete inability to make decisions. Thus far, Dr. has found no way to cure these problems, and personnel affected are being placed in low-risk positions. Until later stages set in, they have been discovered to be extremely useful due to their fastidiousness, and the Foundation has saved significant resources by using them in this capacity. As for the involvement of the Insurgency, it is the opinion of this agent that their motives were simple. They wanted the Foundation to experiment on SCP-884, specifically to infect more and more members of the Foundation. Due to the mundane nature of the work and the low level of researchers assigned in a long-term capacity, close to separate instances of infection have been discovered, more than times the number of personnel they themselves have lost. Examination of causes of death from practically every person associated with research on SCP-884 had to do with an inability to make a crucial decision at an important moment. Agent Jones, for example, hesitated a moment between drawing his weapon and running when confronted with SCP in 1950, resulting in his death. Dr. Cho drowned in 19, presumably unable to decide if it was time to get out of the bath. This has been one of the most elegant and long-term plans the Insurgency has ever enacted, and its efficacy is obvious. Recommended immediate investigation into the SCPs known to have been examined by the previous members of the Insurgency, and the temporary freezing of any ongoing research in the interim. Signed, Agent, Containment Specialist, 2nd Class. Gotta say, this was an all-time classic from us. Lost some buddies on those ops though. But we hit those Foundation fuckers hard, so you take the wins with the losses. Alright, that wraps it up for today. We'll report in again soon. We still have a lot to cover. Shit. Looks like we got some company. Let's go.